And joining us now to talk more about the agriculture impact of some of the bills going on here down in Baton Rouge is Andy Anders. He is the chairman of the House Agriculture Committee, and he joins us to talk about kind of what the next 8 weeks holds for us. Andy, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Michael. That's what we're talking about is it's kind of the wants and the needs of agriculture after what we came off last year are very high. And like you say, the funding through Department of Agriculture is looking at a big cut, and the Extension Service and the Ag Center. And I'm going to fight my way all the way through committees or whatever to make sure that we get our funding to lead agriculture forward in the state of Louisiana.
As we saw in Avery's story, one of the big issues, of course, when you talk about trying to cut spending, suddenly there are people out there who say they need spending. Part of that is going to be the $50 million that the governor is trying to earmark for the purchase of the Pilgrim's Pride plant with regard to Foster Farms in California. As we saw in Avery's story, the battle lines are being drawn on that.
Correct. And like you say, I feel like, and I've talked and spoken with several on different committees, and as Senator Wadsworth and I were talking about, I said it boils down to we raise the corn in the northeastern part where I live that feeds the chickens up in the Pilgrim Pride. So we're all in this together. So like you said, we're just going to have to work with the metropolitan areas and whatever to make sure that we get our vote, and I think we're going to do that.
Of course, as we heard during the governor's address, he talked about a lot of the economic stimulus that has come to Louisiana during as he wraps up his first year as governor here. But when you talk about economic stimulus, you can't have it without spending. And one of the things that we had on our program last week was there's been talk on the LSU campus that the College of Agriculture would have some of its programs removed, and those programs go to other parts of the university. Of course, that's going to affect the tuition rates and the funding that the College of Agriculture gets. Dr. Michael Martin was on our program a week or so ago. He said that he wanted the College of Agriculture to get back to the core message. But those ag folks have been saying, we've been teaching the core message since day one.
Correct. And I'll tell you what, it boils down, like you say, we're going to have a battle on our hand, but I think, you know, we can work through this, and that's one thing the commissioner and I and everybody else is going to make sure that the Extension Service and agriculture is number one on our commitment here.
And I want to ask you, Andy, you're a producer, and I know that you travel farm country, and you had to come right down through the heart of farm country to get here. How do things look in your area as far as planting goes?
Well, we had so much rain earlier, and the corn has been stunted, and how much fertilizer is still out there is the question. But with the dry weather we had the last week or so, and it's looking good, and we're planting cotton now and planting soybeans, so hopefully we're making a rebound from all the deluge of water that we had.
Very good. Well, Andy, always a pleasure to visit with you, and good luck over the next 60 days.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you very much. Andy Anders, he is chairman of the House Agriculture Committee.